Historical records are filled with tales of great rulers and their glory. Among them is the remarkable story of Ashoka the Great, the third emperor of the Maurya dynasty. Ashoka made the Maurya Empire the most powerful kingdom of the ancient India. But what is it that makes Ashoka so celebrated and revered? Why do even modern historians, who are often critical of monarchs, consistently praise him? The answer lies in Ashoka's extraordinary life journey, marked by unbelievable and spectacular changes that set an example for the entire world. Historical records tell us that Ashoka was once a cruel and ruthless king. The Chinese scholar Fa Hen noted that in his early days, Ashoka seemed to have learned various torture techniques from the depths of hell, earning him the fearsome title of Chanda Ashoka, meaning the brutal Ashoka. In this video, we will explore the remarkable life trajectory of Ashoka and uncover how the lion capital, originally crafted by Ashoka himself, came to symbolize the national emblem of the world's largest democracy, that is India. In 326 BCE, with dreams of world conquest, Alexander the Great reached the borders of India from Macedonia. However, fearing the might of the Nanda dynasty, the most powerful kingdom in India, his army refused in advance further. Consequently, Alexander was forced to turn back. While Alexander the Great achieved little in India, his invasion disrupted the political landscape of northwestern India. Taking advantage of this upheaval, Chandragupta Maurya established the Mauryan Empire in 320 BCE in Punjab, overthrew the Nanda dynasty and declared himself the king. The capital of prosperous Mauryan Empire was Pataliputra, known today as Patna. Ashoka was the grandson of Chandragupta Maurya and the son of Bindusara. Ashoka's capabilities were well known in Magad. At the age of 18, he was appointed as the governor of Ujjain after quelling a massive rebellion in Takshashila. Despite his achievements, it seemed impossible for Ashoka to claim the throne because his mother came from a humble background. Whereas Sumana, Bindusara's elder son, was born to a princess. A few years later, Takshashila erupted in protest once again. Sumana was dispatched to handle the situation. However, shortly after Bindusara died, recognizing Ashoka's capability, the minister of Bindusara rallied behind him, and with their support, Ashoka was declared the emperor of Magad. When Sumana learned about Ashoka's declaration as emperor, it sparked a conflict in Magad over the succession. Ashoka secured victory in 270 BCE. Some sources claim that in his quest for the throne, he killed 99 of his brothers. Chapter 1. The Rule of Ashoka. The story of Ashoka's despotism began as soon as he came to the power. He built a notorious torturous prison known as Ashoka's Hell, where prisoners and rebels were subjected to brutal torture. Even the ministers who had supported Ashoka's succession grew angry with him. Ashoka pursued his dream of becoming the king of kings, expanded the empire to stretch from the Himalayas to Mysore and from the Hind Kush to the Brahmaputra. Ashoka's expansive policy faced significant challenges. Managing such a vast empire, coupled with rising technological costs and poor communication infrastructure, proved expensive. To sustain his reign, Ashoka needed to capture new territories, as the primary source of income came from land revenue. Ashoka personally led the campaign against Kalinga, despite strong opposition. The battle resulted in the complete destruction of Kalinga. The aftermath was horrifying. Around 1 lakh people were killed, over 1.5 lakh were displaced, and thousands were died from starvation. After the Kalinga War, the sheer scale of death and destruction shocked Ashoka. He was perhaps the first king in history to express profound sadness rather than celebrate his victory. Chapter 2. Conversion to Buddhism. This is the story of a man who, in his quest for power, is said to have killed 99 of his brothers. However, after the Kalinga War, Ashoka experienced a profound transformation. Some historians believe that he renounced violence and embraced Buddhism. As a devoted Buddhist, Ashoka dedicated himself to understand and practice different ideologies. However, Ashoka was particularly impressed by Negroid, who remained calm and forgiving even after meeting him. Negroid, the son of Sumana, who had become a Buddhist monk and forgave Ashoka despite the fact that he had killed his father. This act of forgiveness deeply moved Ashoka and reinforced his commitment to Buddhism. However, the story of Negroid and Ashoka remained shrouded in doubt, and the exact timing of Ashoka's conversion to Buddhism is still debated. The fact is that his conversion did not happen overnight. After the Kalinga War, Ashoka undertook a pilgrimage to the Bodhi tree, Sarnath, Lumbini, and Kushinagar, and began to spread the message of Buddhism aggressively through his policy of Dhamma. You might wonder why he chose these specific locations. Bodhi tree, where Gautam Buddha achieved enlightenment under this tree. Sarnath, Buddha gave his first sermon here. Lumbini, this is the birthplace of Gautam Buddha. And Kushinagar, Buddha attained Nirvana in this place. Chapter 3, Buddhist Council. In 240 BCE, Ashoka organized the Third Buddhist Council to address pressing issues within the Buddhist community. The reasons for convening this council were rampant corruption in Buddhist sargas. There were widespread corruptions within the Buddhist monastic communities that needed to be addressed. Inflation by Brahmanic spies. Around 60,000 Brahmanic spies had inflated the Buddhist sanghas, posing a threat to the integrity and security of the Buddhist teachings and practices. The most important mission of the Third Buddhist Council is believed to be the involvement of Ashoka's children, that is Mahendra and Sanghamitra. They played a crucial role in spreading Buddhism beyond India, particularly to Sri Lanka and other regions. One of the key missions was the Ashoka's children, Mahendra and Sanghamitra, to plant a sapling of the Bodhi tree in Anuradhapura, the ancient capital of Sri Lanka. The sacred tree still stands today and continues to be worshipped as a holy site. This policy not only expanded Buddhism into Sri Lanka but also extended its reach to Tibet, China, Japan, and Southeastern Asia. Over the years, Buddhism grew into a major world religion. It is a significant source of modern India's culture and spiritual heritage. Chapter 4, Achievements. Apart from his achievements in governance, Ashoka made significant contributions to architecture and is considered a pioneer in the use of stone structures. Among his architectural achievements, the most important are the Ashoka pillar. You might be familiar with the lion capital of Sarnath, which is featured in our national emblem, and the Ashoka Chakra, which is displayed in our national flag. These two symbols, the lion capital of Sarnath and the Ashoka Chakra, represents the principles of Dhamma, with welfare being a central element. Ashoka adopted these principles when there was no trace of welfare systems far and wide, which is why they are celebrated as important national symbols today. The Ashokan pillars are crafted from Chunar sandstone, a material found throughout the Mauryan Empire. Ashoka is also credited with commissioning the construction of over 84,000 stupas across India. According to the anthology legend known as Ashoka Vandana, Ashoka divided the relics of Buddha into 7 parts, placed them in 84,000 boxes, and ordered the construction of stupas over each box. Among the most important UNESCO World Heritage Site is the Sanchi Stupa, renowned worldwide for its grandeur. Other notable stupas built under Ashoka rule include the Barhut Stupa, the Dhamek Stupa, and the Amaravati Stupa. Ashoka is also credited by UNESCO for contributing to the Mahabhuti temple in Gaya, a significant heritage site where Gautam Buddha attained enlightenment. Chapter 5: Death and Legacy. There are various debates about Ashoka's death. According to some sources, in 232 BC, one of Ashoka's wives allegedly destroyed the Bodhi tree, which led to Ashoka's profound grief and subsequent death. Whatever may be the truth of his death, but after Ashoka's death, the glory of Maurya dynasty started. According to the historian H.C. Raya Chaudhary, Ashoka's pacifist policy was the main reason behind the decline of his reign. But Romilia Thapar says Ashoka was a pragmatic emperor whose pacifism was sent to adopt maximum restraint only and not disband the military. The truth history tells us the reason of Mauryan decline is invasion of Greece and lack of worthy successor. Well, 185 BC, Pushyamitra Sunga assassinated the last Mauryan Brihadrat and end of Mauryan Empire. Amartya Sen says that in the modern society where war, violence and communism are major problems, where Ashoka's policy of religious tolerance, individual freedom and peace policy is inspirational. Famous writer H.D. Wells says, amidst thousands of monarchs that crowd the columns of history, the name of Ashoka shines, and shines almost alone like a star. The biggest message from Ashoka is itself a legacy. The finest conquest is the conquest of the right, not might. Samrat Ashoka.